Hey guys, it's Allison. I'm here to do a video because it has been way too long since I've done one. I hope you guys are all reading some really nice and scary books this October. I have quite a few books that I have not yet shown you guys that I picked up during the month of September and October, so I am going to do a book haul for you guys. I'm going to get right into it because there's quite a few books and I don't want to run out of time. So the first book that I got is called Welcome Caller. This is Chloe. It's by Shelley Coriel, and it's about a girl named Chloe who is popular in her school, and then all of a sudden her best friend turns on her and decides that they don't want to be friends with her anymore. And then she takes a job with the radio station in her school, and she starts a caller show, like where people call in for advice. I kind of felt drawn to this book because of the bright colors on the cover, but then when I read the synopsis, I felt like I was drawn to Chloe because I feel like I went through a similar experience in life. So I am definitely excited to see what this book is about, and she's got really crazy bright blue eyes in the picture. Next one I got is The Beginning of Everything. This is by Robin Schneider. I'm just going to read really quickly. It says, Ezra Faulkner was supposed to be the homecoming king, but that was before. Before his girlfriend cheated on him, before a car accident shattered his leg, and before he fell in love with a new girl, Cassidy Thorpe. This one sounds like a cute contemporary romance. I like the bright colors of the cover with the roller coaster, and I'm going to check this one out really shortly to see what it's all about. Next one I got is The Chaos of Stars. This is by Kirsten White. I recently finished Paranormalcy by her and thought I would like to check out some of her other things. So this is a new book that just recently came out, and it's about Isadora, and she just happens to be the daughter of Egyptian gods. And I am obsessed with anything Egyptian, if you know me, so I thought I definitely have to read this book. I do like the color of the cover, the bright blue with the gold, and I'm excited to see how this one turns out as well. Next, I got Wool. This is by Hugh Howey. It's a book I'd never heard of before, but I kind of challenged myself at the bookstore to just pick up something I'd never heard of before. And I just want to read the back really quickly. It says, "What would you do if the world outside was deadly and the air you breathe could kill? And you lived in a place where every birth required a death and the choices you made could save lives or destroy them. This is Jewel's story. This is the world of Wool." So it sounds creepy enough, and I also like that the author wrote Wool while he was working as a bookseller. So he says, writing each morning and during every lunch break for nearly 3 years. He originally published it in 2011 by himself. So I got that one, and then actually this one's kind of similar to this book, which is Blackout by Robinson Wells, and this is about some deadly attacks are sweeping the country, and there's two sets of kids, Alec and Laura, which are in the center of the attacks and the violence, and then Aubrey and Jack, who are kind of remote and they don't think they're really affected by the attacks, but really they're linked somehow. And I thought it was pretty cool that there's a blurb by Ali Condi and then also one by Michael Grant on the back. So I definitely knew I had to check that one out. Next, I picked up Time Between Us. This is by Tamara Ireland Stone. And it says, Anna and Bennett were never supposed to meet. She lives in 1995 Chicago and he lives in 2012 San Francisco. But Bennett has the unique ability to travel through time and space, which brings him to Anna's life. With him, a new world of adventure and possibility. So, I think that one sounds cool. I like the colors, again, muted. I love when the sun shows through on a picture like that. It sounds like a nice modern, contemporary, as well as kind of, supernatural or paranormal thrown in there, which is always a good mixture. I also picked up the second book in the Apprenticeship of Victor Frankenstein series. This is by Kenneth Opel, and it's called Such Wicked Intent. I just recently finished the first book, and so I wanted to see what happens with Victor. So I really like the cover. I think that it's creepy and gothic, and it goes with the theme of the book. I like the font that they chose, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. And because last month's theme was middle grade books, I picked up a few more from the bookstore. This one is called Brother in a Box, or Brother from a Box, and it's by Evan Coleman, and it's illustrated by Jacopo Bruno. It's about a boy named Matt Rambo who is finally going to be a big brother, but it's to a robot. So he receives this shipping crate from France, and his brother, who happens to be a robot, is inside, and he doesn't really sure how to react, but then he kind of, becomes attached to the robot and, starting to feel for him, and then someone is trying to steal the robot, or his brother, so he has to do something about it. So that one sounds cute. It's also got some illustrations in it, like I mentioned. Let's see if I can find one. I love books with illustrations. Next, I picked up Spy School. This is by Stuart Gibbs, and it's about a boy, Ben Ripley, who is 12 years old and goes to science school, which is actually a school to train junior operatives for the CIA. And so I thought this one was kind of cute. It kind of sounds and reminds me a little bit of the Gallagher Girls series, which is just finished, and I finished it, so I thought maybe this could replace it, at least a little bit. The other one is The Very Nearly Honorable League of Pirates, Magic Marks the Spot by Carolyn Clarkson. And this is about a girl named Hilary Westfield who wants nothing more than to be a pirate. However, the pirates don't allow girls into their league. So what happens is she answers an advertisement for a job to be part of a pirate crew, I guess. And she finds herself in an adventure. The book, the cover kind of reminds me of How to Train Your Dragon, which, I haven't read, but I've watched the movie and I really enjoy it. So I thought this one would be cute because pirates, yeah, you can't go wrong. And then I got some hardcover books. I got the final book in the Katarina trilogy, and this is The Morning Star, and it's by Robin Bridges. I really like the covers, and these are the first two covers. I have the first two books as well, and I want to pick this one up to finish the series. I haven't read them yet, but I have signed copies. Unfortunately, this one's not signed, but it's still very pretty. I also picked up How to Love. This is by Katie Cotugno. I'm not sure how to say it. And I really like the cover as well. I love this color. It kind of reminds me of Fangirl. And I like the blue. So this is about a girl named Rena, and she's in love with Sawyer. And, their whole lives are about each other until all of a sudden Sawyer disappears and leaves Rena behind, pregnant with his child. So 3 years later, she's kind of gotten over him, finally learning how to live without him and, raise his child when all of a sudden he returns. So I've heard nothing but good things about this book, praise from BookTube and Goodreads and everybody. So I definitely want to check it out. And if you haven't yet, there's a trailer for it, so you should check that out. And if I can find it, I will leave a link down below for you guys. I picked up Scorched by Mary Mancusi, and this is about dragons, obviously. It's a girl, Trinity, who she hears a voice, and she is drawn to this dragon egg. And then these two brothers, Caleb and Connor, show up, who have opposite ideas. Connor wants to find the girl and destroy the egg, whereas Caleb, he wants to save the dragon. So she has to decide who she believes, even though they're both, complete opposites. I also thought that this was cute when I was reading Mary Mancusi's, biography on the back. It says, she always wanted a dragon as a pet. Unfortunately, the fire insurance premiums proved a bit too large and her house a bit too small, so she chose to write about them instead. So I can't wait to read that one. Next, I bought Spirit Animals. This is by Brandon Mull. It's a new series by Scholastic, and it's called Wildborn. This is the first book. So I've already read this one, and I really enjoyed it. It's about 4 kids in the world of Urdus, and they don't know it, but they're about to call spirit animals. It's got a map there. It kind of looks like Earth a little bit. And so these spirit animals that they call just happen to be the great beasts, who have not been called since they died originally. So each of the kids call a special animal. So you see a panda, a leopard, a wolf, and a hawk. And I think this is the beginning of a great new series. If you like 39 Clues or Infinity Ring, then you should definitely check that one out. I also picked up the Endgames. This is by T. Michael Martin, and it says, "It happened on Halloween. The world ended, and a dangerous game brought it back to life." So this is a book that I plan on hopefully finishing in October because it just sounds like it fits the theme of not so scary books. And also it's got that creepy cover. And then I also picked up some books from the Value Village. I got the entire series of Fudge by Judy Blume. So it's Tales of the Fourth Grade Nothing, otherwise known as Sheila the Great, Super Fudge, Fudgemania, and Double Fudge. So I originally read those when I was in elementary, and they're super tiny reads, and I just thought they were so good that I would wanted to, read them again and have them on my own shelf. I also picked up a version of Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I've actually not read this book yet, but the reason I picked it up was because I'm planning on having a party that is Alice in Wonderland themed, and it had these great illustrations that I wanted to get that. Next, I got The Bridge to Terabithia, and this is by Catherine Patterson. It's on my 100 classic books to read. It's very tiny, but I actually watched the movie a long time ago, but don't really remember what it's about. And it says here it was the winner of the 1978 Newbery Medal, so quite old. And the last one I got is The Romeo and Juliet Code. This is by Phoebe Stone. It says here, 7 mysterious letters, a boy with brown sugar eyes, and a first big crush. It's about a girl named Felicity who her parents send her to stay with her uncle Gideon, and she doesn't really like this idea. But then, when her uncle starts getting these coded messages from her parents, she knows that they're in trouble and she has to crack the code. So, it sounds really interesting. Those are all the books that I got. I just wanted to say that I hope that you guys are having a great month. If you have any comments or questions about any of the books that I mentioned, definitely leave it down below. Have you read them? Are you thinking about reading them? What did you think about them, etc.? And I would love to hear from you guys. Currently, I am rereading Divergent by Veronica Roth. I hopefully will finish this today, and then I will read Insurgent tomorrow, because on Tuesday, which is only 2 days from now, Allegiant will be coming out, and we will all know how the series ends. I'm super excited, and if you guys are excited as well, let me know, because I can't wait for the next book. Also, for the month of November, we've chosen to do a read of the month, which is going to be Burn for Burn by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. So if you have not read that yet, then you should definitely check it out with us this month. And if you have, then you can just join along in the discussion posts and comment on those. If you have not read it yet and you don't own it, then you should definitely check out Pulse It, and you can get it for free. And if I can find the link, I'll leave it down below for you guys, so you can join in on that. That is pretty much everything. Just one other thing. I wanted to let you guys know that I now have a book likes shelf/blog. So if you want to check that out and like me there, you can see what I'm reading. Or if you don't have that, you can always check it out on Goodreads and find the reviews for these books and other books that I've read in the past. That is it for me, you guys. I hope you are all getting lots of scary reads done, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.